A new Liam Neeson film is now in theaters here in the Philippines, and it's entitled Retribution, and that's going to be the topic of this movie review. Now, to be honest, I don't have any recollection of a pretty good Liam Neeson movie in recent time. Parang wala masyado. My favorite still has to go to the Taken franchise, specifically Taken 1 and Taken 3. But then I have still pretty much a decent amount of hope for this film coming into it, especially because of the trailer. The trailer was exciting and enticing enough as it delivered the overall premise of this movie. But to be honest, what you get in the trailer is pretty much it. I feel like the trailer was actually a bit better than the movie itself. This is a film about a father who takes his two kids to school and finds out that there's a bomb planted in their car, which was triggered by pressure when he sat down. So he can't basically leave the car, and he has to follow instructions from this hostage taker. He's at the whim of this guy who's calling him through this mysterious burner phone, I think, that was planted in his car. As I discuss this premise, it feels or sounds very familiar. I remember 12 Rounds, the John Cena movie, which was released back in early 2000s, I think. To be honest, this has a lot of promise and had a lot of excitement all throughout, especially during the first two acts, 2/3 of the movie. It's pretty exciting enough. It's a pretty decent action film. It's not your typical Liam Neeson bakbakan kind of movie where he gets out and punches guys and kills them with guns ablaze. No, it's not like that. It's restrained. He's more of this character who's kind of hopeless. He's not really trained to kill, but he's more of that everyday kind of guy who's stuck into this hostage taking situation. Like I said, the first 2/3 of the film were really great. Now, my biggest concern has to be that final act, the ending, and that twist that they deliver. Because everything was smooth sailing until that twist was revealed. It kind of negated the overall experience that we had in the beginning. And that's what's sad about this, because that's what you're left with. You're left with this bad taste in your mouth because of that twist that has a lot of loopholes as well. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't actually make sense, the whole twist that they had. Basically, you're trying to figure out who is this mysterious voice, this mysterious caller, and in a certain moment, you kind of give up and think that, okay, maybe it's a random dude, someone we haven't met yet, and then they're gonna explain the connection to Liam Neeson. Or maybe just like Payphone, they're not gonna reveal exactly who it is, not show the character. It's just a voice tormenting this guy. But they do reveal it, and it doesn't make sense or doesn't work. It's surprising, but not in a good way. It's like, how is this even possible? And when they try to explain how it is possible, it still doesn't make sense. In the grand scheme of things, I guess it works. There's a connection, there's a reason, there's a motive. It doesn't pay off in terms of the execution. Talagang nakakagulat siya in a bad way for me. When you're watching this movie, it all seems decent, pretty good until you reach that moment. And even the execution of the resolution, the big fight scene in the end, wasn't all that great as well. And you're left with a lot of questions. That's what I am most concerned about with Retribution, because at the end, even the fate of our characters are unknown, and it's not the type na for you to figure it out, for you to have your own interpretation. No, it's it's just left hanging, and it's kind of like dessert. Dessert is there to have that nice ending for your palate, and the ending for this didn't work. You're left with a pretty bad taste in your mouth, and lots of questions all the way until you get home. So sadly, I give this film a score of 4 out of 10. It was promising. There are moments that were pretty okay, but that's it. There were okay moments, and the climax down to the resolution weren't all that great. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you do. Don't forget to make every day into an adventure. Bye, guys.